Sorry, in the last file I said that we were going to move on to the view.php page. Actually, we want to post the information into the database first, so we actually need to be on the populate.php. What I was saying was correct, I just specified the wrong file. Now at the moment, we've got these things which pick up the person, which pick up the comment. I need another one to pick up the gender. So I'm just going to copy that comment line, doesn't matter which one you choose, paste it in there. I'm going to have a new variable called gender. So gender, a lot better if I could spell. And then I'm going to pick up the gender that is posted in. So I've got from our index page, which is posting this value, which is either going to be male or female, into populate. It's going to find that and it's going to store it in a variable called gender. Now I've also got to change my SQL statement, my database statement, because this one was talking to the table comments. And if you follow the tutorial, you'll know that we had a second comments table. We made a new table, so I've put comments 2 there. And what I need to do is now add my gender field there. And again, if you remember from the database, we called the field gender. And here we also need to add in the variable. So I put a comma and then 2 speech marks and then the variable gender. So that is all the editing. Let me just stretch this page a little bit more. That's all the editing we need to do to create a comment with gender. So I'm actually going to test it. So I've saved the file. What I'm going to do is go to my PHP my admin just to see it working. So HTTP, there we go, PHP my admin. I'm going to sign in. Oh, already signed in. So before I do anything, I'm going to look at my comments 2 table and I'm going to browse it, and there are no pieces of data at all. It's an empty set, so 0 rows. So I'm now going to use this. I'm going to add a comment. Billy, how are you? I'm going to make Billy a female and I'm going to post that comment. New comment added successfully. It looks like everything's fine. If I go over to the database, and if I again do, well, let's do the SQL. Let's click on SQL and click go. I'm hoping that it will show me my comment. There we go. ID 1, Billy, how are you? Female, just as we set. So my database is working fine. That tells me that populate is working fine. So let's go over this one again. We set up a new variable to get the gender from the index page and store it in the variable gender. Then we stated that it was going into comments 2. So let's go and take a look. Here's our data, here's our table, comments 2, sorry. And we added one more field, gender, because in comments 2, our structure has 4 fields: ID, name, comment, and gender. Then we took the variable that we set, which is either going to be F or M. Okay, and we posted that to the database here with the variable gender, and it posted either an F or an M. So let's see both versions working. Let's go back. Let's make sure we're male, and let's Susan and post that. I seem to think I just posted a male one. So if I go and take a look at the tables, there we go. I've got Billy, how are you? Female. to Susan, how are you mail. So it's working, it's picking up the values and it's posting it to the database, which is exactly what I want. So I'm going to close this down, the web server, the database. I'm going to go back to my page and start working on the rest of my pages. So I've completed populate.php now. Now I do need to go to view and change it. So one of the areas that we might like to go to again is W3 schools. So if I type W3 schools, Bootstrap 4 and cards, that's the top element there. If you want to have a look what I'm doing, then you can have a look on this page for the code that I'm using, so you can manage and edit your own. So that will be starting in the next video.